That if I was to answer that, like that would be the longest answer. Cause man, I love my family, you know, and then like how I was raised, family is everything. Family is everything. Everything you do has to have family in it. You have to find a way, and for you to be better, you need family.
This is a song for your mama. Yeah. Used to pull up in your belly like you never had a $1,000,000 with a change in your pocket. Mama used to buy you ice cream. So never let it melt. You say, mama, why is it hotter than everywhere else? In the house, you say, mama, why is it hotter than everywhere else? You said, mama, why is it hotter than everywhere else? She said, keep up with your brother and everyone else. You matter of fact, if you got money like everyone else, you gon' die like everyone else. So sometimes it's gon' be hot in the summer, and sometimes you're gonna have to layer up in the winter. And sometimes you ain't gonna have the pretty things that other people do. We gon' do the best we can. You say, mama, why is it hotter than everywhere else? She said, keep up with your brother and everyone else. It matter of fact if you got money like everyone.
My name is Rolando Samson, and you're watching Modern Practitioner.
You still put up in your belly like you never had a $1,000,000 with a change in your pocket. Mama used to buy you ice.
Yeah, that's exactly. But I never watched. My father watched it. My dad. So you know, me being a kid, it came out in like 90s, right? The UFC. So I was young, and then I was small, and then you know, bullies, dude. You know, I feel like every kid deals with bullies, regardless of your size. You know, but I always got bullied, and then I think my parents knew or didn't know, but they wanted to take precaution. So, funny thing is that I was in a daycare, and then I wanted to do karate. You know, they do it out in the blacktop, and then after school, I was like, man, I want to do that. And I was gonna tell my dad like, hey, can I do karate? And then my dad was like, I didn't tell him that, but he was like, let's go to Jiu-Jitsu. I'm like, what's that? He's like, remember UFC? My first teacher, Alex Brondell. He was my first teacher, and he's still one of my good friends. You know, I talk to him every once in a while, cause he helped me a lot, you know, and he took me. I was 9 at the time, and then I trained and I got beat up. I hated it, but I told my dad's like, let's go again, you know, cause my dad says is like, and Alex said to bring me back, and then my dad's like, you know, I'm not gonna bring you to something that you're not good at. You know, I'm not gonna do that to you. My dad tells me that right now. He's like, dude, if you wouldn't be doing jiu-jitsu today if you're not good at it, you know? And then my dad's like, you're not gonna stay in if you're not good. I'm not gonna do that to you, you know? And then, so I went back, and then they saw a little potential. I have a video on my phone. I was gonna post it. I got beat up by this girl. That's what lit my fire, dude. Her name was Monica. I will never forget. She was a yellow belt. There was this kid. There was a Monica, a Jason, an orange belt, and one of my old friends. His name's D, and his father's a black belt. But a long time ago when I was 9, and then they beat me up, dude. And I just like me being an active kid. You know, always pushing forward, always wanting the best. And my dad too is like, you know, don't let him do that to you, you know, because you know if the bully's gonna bully you, don't let him bully you. And I kept going, and then I kept getting better, and I finally caught up to them. And then that's when I like stuck with it. But then I got tired of it, you know, because training jiu-jitsu, like I said, even though I was a kid, man, it's tiring, dude. You get bored. I got bored of it real fast, and then I stopped. Not because I got bored of it, but because I got injured. So when I was in middle school, I was trying out for basketball, and I was going through a little growth spurt, even though I'm still short. But I was running down court, and then my knees gave out on me, and then I stumbled and I rolled a few times, and then what hurts the most is the coach yelled at me, "Get up!" I'm like, I can't, you know, and then I couldn't walk. It was so painful. And then I called my mom crying, and then I had to walk. Because the middle school I went to it's a newer middle school, and it's big, dude, and it's all stairs. And then I had to walk from the court, the blacktop, all the way to the front. and then I couldn't walk, and then I was doing jiu-jitsu at the same time, and then I was told I was diagnosed with Osgood Schroeder. It's a growing pain where like through growth spurt, the constant impact, you grow calcium, right? Because I have them on both, and you see like there's like little bumps. It's not as big anymore, but I had to stop, and I stopped for like 2-3 years, and I started training again. Yeah, my knees are bad. Man, when I first came here, I met Andre before, because I'm a huge fan of Andre, dude. Like, before I met Andre, I was like, oh my god, it's Andre Galvao, you know? And he's one of my game is based off, like, him, Derere, Jacare, all those guys, you know, that super electrifying jiu-jitsu, just beautiful, you know? And then, when I came here, he put everyone on me, dude. Everyone, dude. Like, there's this guy named Uzi. Man, he's so good. Me and him had a battle, and I never trained like that, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so tired. You know, Liera told me to come here, which I thank him for. What you call it? But when I first came training here, it was tough, dude. Like I said before, I love the grind, dude. I love it. And training here, meeting so many people because of Andre. He's Andre, you know. People come here from all. I met so many different types of people, dude. And that's that's one big reason why I love it here. It's because I'm able to train hard, and I'm able to train with different bodies, different styles of jiu-jitsu, like Romania or anywhere in Europe, in Asia, or in Kazakhstan, everywhere. You know, Japan, people from Japan, and I feel like training here and the involvement that everyone has together and the motivation we have for each other, that we give each other, helps a lot. My teammates compete a lot, dude.
Yeah.
A lot. Holy. Dude. Like, you have guys going to Chicago, New York, everywhere, and then I'm here in San Diego. But I feel like if a bunch of my teammates are going to do it, I might as well do it. You know, like, one tournament we really killed was nationals. Like, everyone won gold. It was crazy. We killed nationals. All the black belts won. We won every black belt division, or every belt division. Even in Nogi, all our black belts. JT, Josh, and Keenan went to, or no, just Keenan and Josh won the absolute. And JT won his division. I don't know, dude. Yeah, if my teammates compete, I'm there. You know, if I can't compete, then I'll try and support. But if I don't have to, then I'll just stick with family. All right, when I yell pretty loud, it goes like, you know, my voice goes away completely. So, but I'm a huge supporter of my teammates. I'll scream till my lungs are done. You know, like when JT won Worlds. You know, JT won Worlds like 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. For Nogi, he got robbed the year before that. So I saw his fire, you know, training with JT in Nogi World and ADCC. Like, man, that was huge for me. You know, I feel like my role in jiu-jitsu is not only to inspire the young, but to inspire my teammates, to motivate my teammates. That's my role. Support. I'm a support system. I have school, you know, that takes up a lot of my time. And then with me going to school, my parents going to work, I get home at like 9 o'clock, you know, because class gets done 8 here, but I have to change, shower, and then drive all the way home. Like I said, it's like a 35 minute drive. It may not seem long, but it's long, you know. And then I like to keep my weekends with my family. I like to keep it with them. I like to keep it with my girlfriend, my sister, my cousins when I can, because like I said, dude, family's everything. It's everything, and I wouldn't be anything without them. And with me going to tournaments, sometimes they come with me. That's when I coach. I love kids, so I'll coach kids regardless, you know. I want to be a doctor in physical therapy. That's what I'm striving for. But my main career is to train athletes, train kids, young college kids. You know, football players, basketball players, wrestlers, any type of athlete. That's who I want to train. When I was in middle school, we had to do this school project of what school we were going to go to. I picked USC because of their football, but I wanted to be a psychiatrist. And then learning about that later, I'm like, man, whew, that's going to be hard, you know? So, and then I found, I started training, working out more, and then I met one of my good friends. He's like my big brother, and he started training. His name's Freddie Arcana, and he trains the football players. I'm like his shadow, and with him, he influenced me with that, you know, because he let me tape football players' ankles, stretch them out before the game, and even condition the freshman football team in the varsity, which that kind of influenced me in wanting to train athletes, you know. So that's why I focus on it. The reason why I focus on education so much, and it coming as I, like you said, rise in Jiu-Jitsu, I felt like education has helped me mentally. It helps my configuration of moves. It helps my speech when I meet people, when I talk to kids, or when I do seminars where I travel and they don't speak English, but I'm able to use what I've learned, people skills, from school. And I believe the experiences I had in school, dealing with bullies, dealing with bullies, just growing up, experiencing things, that's helped me communicate. And with that, that's education, you know, you're educating yourself about learning how to deal with people, how to deal with bullies, how to deal with jerks, you know. But education, it's a balance. You know, I believe if you do school, you get stressed, you know, you get stressed, and then you go to Jiu-Jitsu, and then it takes away the school. But even when you have Jiu-Jitsu, you train full time, you're on break from school, you're training full time, you get tired and you get stressed of Jiu-Jitsu. Like, man, I'm not gonna lie, dude, I get really burnt out, you know, and I only train like 3-4 times a week. But with me going to school, I'm able to just forget about Jiu-Jitsu and I have to focus on school. And even in future, like when you're growing up and you have to do seminars, you need to make money, you can learn math. Like we say when you're growing up, why do I need to learn math? You know, why do I need to know what the percentage of like the house rent or my paycheck? You learn that in school, and then I feel like that's helped me a lot. And then I believe that if I go to school, I influence the kids. You know, I started seeing that more. Like my thing is like I'm the kid that goes to school, doesn't train full time, so people don't really like me too much because I don't train full time. But me, I do it just for the kids, you know. And Jiu-Jitsu is a hobby. It's a hobby for me. And school's my career, or Jiu-Jitsu school's my career. Sorry, school's my career, and I just want to influence these kids to show them that you can do both as long as you put your mind to it. I love football, man. I love football. I love basketball, and skating. But when I was younger, I liked surfing, but I never done it till last year. And right now, that's my hobby, dude. I love surfing, dude. It's like it takes my mind away, even though it's super hard. I just enjoy it, you know, just the constant learning and video games. I love FIFA. FIFA's my stuff, man. FIFA. I'm not too good at 2K basketball. I'm pretty bad at that. But FIFA, Madden, Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever. Yeah, I'm a gamer, dude. I love games, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a computer game guy, but I love PlayStation or Xbox. So playing, try to help kids who need to talk to someone or who want to like do my footsteps, like go to school for physical therapy. Like I talk to high school kids. I just shadowed. I don't know, dude. Just helping is like a hobby. Family's my hobby too. You know, family's my hobby. This is my hobby. But I don't know. I have a lot of hobbies. I never realized it till I was like 17. I'm 20 now. But when I was 17, I started realizing, man, I can be pretty good at this. You know, not being like big-headed or anything. You know, because I sit down and contemplate. Oh, man, should I keep doing this? You know, do I want to keep doing jiu-jitsu, or do I just want to stick to jiu-jitsu and quit school, or do I want to stop jiu-jitsu and keep with school? And when I was 16, when I started getting my adult strength, you know, adults would joke around me like, I don't want to roll with you in a few years. And I was like, whatever. You know, you're just being nice. And then I realized that I started getting good when I was 17. I won Worlds at 16, the juvenile. My first Worlds, I won that. And I'm like, oh shoot, I won a world title. And what made me realize my rise in jiu-jitsu was kids. The kids coming to me like, oh hey, are you Rolando? I'm like, me? You know, and I'm like, yeah, my name's Rolando. And then I sit and chat with the kids, and just them coming up to me is like, that's why I knew I love jiu-jitsu. Not just the fact that I love the grind, I love the pain. You know, not like the aching pain, but like the burn, the grit that I get from Coach Fred, Coach Fred, Coach Freddie, my conditioning coach, and Professor Galval. They influenced me a lot to keep pushing forward, and they believed in me. And then I just kind of followed their lead and followed their words of wisdom. I love it. The reason why I'm motivated is because my girlfriend, my family, you know, my family is a huge impact. I don't just motivate kids outside of my family. I motivate my cousins. You know, I love my cousins, dude. I have my close cousins that I grew up with. I have 22, 23 immediate cousins, just on my mom's side. You know, and we're all super close. And then the reason why I do it is because they support me. You know, I do it for them. You know, this is to better myself, to help them. You know, both my parents were born in Guam. My mom's Japanese and Guamanian, and my dad's Filipino and white. My dad, he was born out there because his father was stationed, but my mom was born there. When we moved here to the States, my mom moved here when she was about 8 or 9, and they moved constantly due to just money. You know, it's hard transferring from where you were to settling here. Because man, what I've seen with my family is like struggle, you know, and then with my family struggling and then me growing up with that, my parents lied to me, you know, like saying, oh no, everything's okay, everything's fine. But I knew, and then just seeing that and knowing what they were going through, like, made me the person I am today, appreciating life, easy to communicate with people who struggle, who are, how can I say, their communication skills aren't that good due to the fact that they didn't have the support system, you know. So I'm able to use what I learned from my family, the family system, helping them feeling like their family. And I feel like with me doing that, I can help kids who feel left out. I can help, you know, adults who feel like shy or anything. So I feel like with my family and how I was raised, I believe that that's like made me, and it's still making me like the best person I can be. And I wouldn't be here without my family, you know. And motivate me. My main motivation is my family. My family. They tell me, don't stop, dude. Look what you're accomplishing. You're accomplishing great things, you know. You're motivating kids. You're motivating adults. You know, it's like, who does that? You know, who shows? And my dad tells me all the time, like, who does it? You know, who goes to school? Who was one of the first people to go to school and win big tournaments? My dad was like, it's you, Rolando. I'm like, okay. You know, I close my ears, you know, because I don't want to get big-headed or anything. I accept it, but man, I just don't. I hear it and it goes out the other ear, you know. Not as a jerk thing to say, but I keep myself on the ground, you know. And like I said before, the kids, you know, the kids motivate me. Their parents come up to me like, thank you, Rolando. Thank you for showing that you can do both. And that's like, that touches my heart, you know, because my main thing, like, I figure you know, everyone has a purpose in life. I think my purpose in life is to motivate or inspire kids, you know, because kids can have, I know how it is to be a kid. I'm still young, you know. Being a kid's hard. It might not seem hard, but it's hard. You get bullied, you get, like, it's a process, you know? Life's hard, you know? Life is hard, and I learned that, you know, and I thank my parents for showing me that. My dad makes me pay the rent. He doesn't make me pay the rent out of my pocket, but he tells me to withdraw, deposit into the bank, and I feel like that's helping me. What was I saying? And then I want to tell kids that life's important, you know, you need experience growing up. And then that's why I try to inspire kids. That's why my motivation is to show kids, go to school. Dude, what are you going to learn in school? You know, you're going to learn math, science, history, I don't know, everything, you know? Even the social aspect. I think that's the most important part, you know? And I don't mean to be rude or call out any of the jiu-jitsu guys, but a lot of guys who train full-time, they can't talk. Have you noticed? They don't talk. They're not social. They just train. They just see jiu-jitsu. You know, when you go to school, and I want to tell you, go to school. How's school? It's good. But when you go to school, your mind goes from here to 180 degrees. You know, you can see everything. You know, and that's what I want to show these kids, and that's why they keep me motivated, coming to me saying, "Oh, Rolando, thank you," and I just feel like that's my key to my motivation, is kids, family, supporters, everyone, you know? So, for me, my support, like I said, my girlfriend, my family, you know, my teammates, my best friends, you know, my boys, Justin, Tim, Darren, like them, those are my guys, you know? And my friend Joey, they're there, like, we play FIFA, but we always talk crap to each other, you know? And they support me even though we're not always together. Like, my friend Justin's trying to be what is it? He's trying to be a cardiologist. So he's always busy, everyone's busy, you know, and then just trying to talk to each other, hanging out with them, it helps me a lot. They support me. Like my family, my girlfriend, my friends, my teammates, God, my cousin Nevaeh, my friend Eric Hahn, Gabe Gomez, like all the people I said passed away, but I know they support me, you know, they help me a lot. And then my sponsors, you know, they help me a lot, like Moya Brand, Armbar Soap, Muskova, you know, Illist. They just help me a lot. You know, they support me, they support my goals, my school. You know, they never stress on me, you have to win. You know, they tell me, they never say you have to win. They just say, just do your best. That's what I love about them, you know. It's not contract. It's friendship. That's what I love the most. And they support me for that, and I thank them for that. My end goal for myself is to be a trainer. Because I want to train like I said, I want to train kids, adults, my family. You know, my end goal is to be the best I can be. Even if I might not come to that, to me being a physical therapist or a trainer, if that happens, then God will be there. But for my end goal, I want to be the best trainer there can be. I want to have my own facility, my own mats, you know. I want to leave this legacy of mine to kids, showing them that you can do it, you know. You can do it. Just believe in yourself. Ask your parents for advice. Ask people. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I want to show these kids that you can conquer the world. You know, the sky is not the limit. It's not the limit. And I want to show kids. I want to leave that behind on my legacy as jiu-jitsu. Like I don't see myself doing this forever. I honestly don't. You know, and then people are surprised by that. Like, oh, you don't want to be a jiu-jitsu? Why don't you just quit school? I'm like, why would I quit school? You know, I love it, and I just believe that school is important, and I want to show these kids that, like I said, they can do it, and that's what I want my legacy to be. And I want my mom and dad. I'm gonna pay them for it. I'm gonna pay everything for that. I promise them that. You know, I'm gonna buy them a house wherever they want. I'm gonna get them through it because they did it for me without showing it, and I thank them for that. You know. So, thanks, Mom and Dad. Thank you for everyone who supports me, my girlfriend, my family, my sponsors. I don't like to call them sponsors, I like to call them my supporters. I want to thank them. Thank you for everyone who believes in me. I'm not gone yet, but I'll be here. But yeah, I said what I wanted to say, and just believe in yourself, and the sky's not the limit. Thanks again.